Aye, not so bad.
Oh,
Hey.
I've brought the girders with me today.
You brought me a girder as well.
Yeah, I brought you a
You got
girder. I
the-
brought us both girders.
It's a nice glass original recipe iron brew. I'm very appreciative. I've missed it.
You have. You've also not new to the TV.
No, I'm sure I have done. No, I didn't. You're right. Fuck me. It's fine. It's fine.
How's your week been?
It's been alright.
Got to the point where at work this afternoon I'm like, oh god, I'm not with it today. I've got the podcast tonight. I'm not with it today. It's gonna be another one where I'm just like all over the place.
Yeah,
and I can't think of anything.
You didn't have it to the point where you thought it was my turn.
Well, that's not as bad as it was the other week where I'm like, that guy, what's that guy called in that film? And you're like, I have no fucking idea what you're on about.
That fella from that film. Just an era, a genre, anything? Any inkling of... Oh, he was in that film and that other one. Oh, okay, that helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That film with the big robots fighting the naughty monsters. And you're like,
Pacific Rim.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
What's my life come to?
Yeah, no, you say, what have I done this week? It's been 4 days.
3 days.
3 days. Less than a week. Less than
Yeah.
half a week.
Yeah. You've not been back into work since I've seen you.
No, no.
You've not got any work stories for
Don't
me.
even have a work story. I'm trying to think if I have any that I didn't. No, I have, because I worked on Sunday. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
you came early. We did it.
That is why I
10 in
came
the morning.
early. And we were propped up by the one Canadian guy.
Yep, one Canadian fella. He was nice.
He was very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Work was very quiet for me on Sunday.
Was it?
Very quiet. It was because everyone was just drinking. Like, nobody has to eat anymore, so nobody wants to. Like, we didn't even do takeaway on there. Well, we did takeout, but we didn't do deliveries. So nobody. Like, I think I did maybe 15 total over the course of the day. And we closed early because everybody left because it got cold.
Nice.
It was nice. Cheeky little early finish.
I was going to come on Sunday and fell asleep.
Yeah, honestly, unless you'd have brought a chair, you wouldn't have been able to sit down. And if you don't sit down, you can't drink. That's the rule.
It's fine. I've drunk in worse conditions. I was sat on the floor or something. Me
Yeah.
brought a rug with me. Brought a cushion from home.
Yeah. Yeah. So work was pretty dead. Don't know what the weather's supposed to be like this weekend. I know Sunday's supposed to be nice because I'm in work.
It's supposed to be really nice this weekend.
Bollocks.
Like 17 degrees on Saturday.
Oh, can it not?
No, it can.
Yeah, but could it not?
Could it not?
Yeah, that'd be my preference, honestly.
And here we are again, back to the weather channel.
Hey, we have a weather segment now. It's fine.
Yeah,
Right now, we've got the window open.
Yeah, it's too hot.
It is. It's.
I can't say it's too hot. I'm sat here with a hoodie on.
Yeah, you are. That's your problem.
But you know, fat guy problems. So because I've got a shirt on underneath that's a bit too tight.
Just a bit too tight.
Just a bit too tight. My
I am wearing
speciality.
I'm wearing a shirt that is a size too big. It is comfy and breezy.
Not like the photo I have of you.
That is a terrible photo.
That is my favourite photo.
That is one of those shirts that you put on at the start of the day and you go, yeah, this is fine. As soon as you eat like half of anything, you're like, no, it was a mistake. It doesn't fit anymore.
Oh God, where is that? Outside of Roper. I think that was
it was in the back of Roper Hall.
I think that was the first time I'd ever been to Roper Hall as well.
Found a picture of me, you, and Liam Wing Wednesday at Roper Hall. Found that picture.
Fucking hell.
I was scrolling through my Google Photos, so it's like 3 phones worth of pictures. It's I don't think you'd like the photo.
What, of me?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't want to say.
I mean, I'm not half naked in it. I know that much.
No, you're not half naked. It's just a good photo.
You're gonna have to show it me now. I'm not gonna be able to concentrate now.
Honestly, Keith, you just look a lot better in this photo than you do now.
Well,
You had a fistful of wings, like, you can't not look happy. 1 minute, I think I saved it. I must
so,
have
are you saying in this photo I look better in the photo?
Yeah, just look at the picture.
Jesus.
It's a good photo.
I am very happy in that photo.
What happened? 7 years in a call centre. That's what happened.
Yeah. I've let myself go, what can I say?
Oh, time is time's brutal.
It is when you work in a call centre.
Yeah, my greys of I'm no longer just like having the odd like grey hair. Now it's just fucking gone.
Yeah, I've got the salt and pepper look going.
Which I don't hate, to be honest.
I'm starting to get there.
Your hair from here, nothing. It's all brown.
You can't see it from there. But if you come close and you look at my hair here, there is a few.
There's a few.
That's why when I get my hair cut now, just this bit round, just shaved.
Just get rid. Absolutely get rid.
Oh God,
Shocking.
yeah. I need to. I say I need to go on a diet. I do need to go on a diet.
That's just it's nothing about you. It's just a fact.
Well, it's everything about me, but it is a fact. But yeah, I'm just shit at dieting.
Yeah, no, like I'm gonna be going back to the gym. I also found a picture of me that looks nothing like me.
It's weird what depression and anxiety does to a man.
It does. It just fucks you up.
Considering, like, apart from doing the podcast, literally all I've done for the last 18 months is go to work and exist in my room.
Yeah. Just exist, that's all we can ask of you.
Yeah, just sit in my room, make no noise, then I don't exist.
To not annoy your housemates.
I don't even want to talk about my housemates.
Well, you got the new one, he seems nice.
Yeah, that I've grunted at once and said hello to the other time.
Grunt.
But she did try and speak to me at like 8:30 in the morning.
Which is ridiculous. Why are you up at 8:30 in the morning? Not you, her.
I think she was getting ready to go to work.
Disgusting.
But she got up far too early. She got up at 8 and had a shower. For like half an hour. So I'm like led in my room trying to squeeze in that last half an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
Not happening.
No, yeah. That's why last week you asked me to call you at 9. And I'm very glad that you answered my message. So I could get an extra half hour.
Yeah.
And then I got up at 8:30 and had a shower. Because, I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, that was really just not a morning person. I'm surprised how well we did last week, to be honest.
We did. It was alright. Like, surprised. I was shocked at how like lucid I was. I think the shower probably helped.
Yeah, my housemate got up and had a shower at like 8, and then when I saw her when she was downstairs, she was in her dressing down ground. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? Why is she not dressed?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I was like angered that she hadn't had a shower in the morning and just straight away got dressed.
Yeah, no. There was a very short time when I was I think I was in like year 11, between 9 and 11. Where I would actually get up in the morning and have a shower. Because I have always been an evening shower man.
Yeah.
Always. My entire life, it's like eat food, watch TV for a couple of hours, and then have a shower like an hour or two before bed.
Yeah.
Always. Nowadays, it's more like right before I go out.
Yeah, but you're on a different schedule than most people because you're a chef.
Yeah, my work right now it only starts at 3. I'd leave the house at 3.
Yeah, so you can literally have a lie in, get up, have a shower, wander around.
Even when I'm on about
ponder.
like just a regular day, like I won't come in and have a shower when I get in. I will, like, I'll go to bed, wake up, and if I want to wander into town or something, I'll have a shower literally like half an hour before I'm going.
Yeah.
Luckily, my hair is now at a length that it's convenient to just sweep it back.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, I used to have to put it up, and putting it up is effort, and you've got to get the balance right, and you want to use enough hairspray that it stays, but not so much that it's like caked on and crunchy. But now it's like, I put stuff in when it's wet, I sweep it back, I use the hairdryer on it, and then I spray it, and it more or less stays where it's supposed to. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I really don't know whether I want to grow it out more or take it back. I don't know. I'm very indecisive. I want to do something with my beard, but I have no idea what. So I'm just going to grow it out.
I've managed to get away with my beard recently because I got halfway through, because it's so patchy and shit anyway, no one really notices.
Yeah.
But I got halfway through trimming it the other day, did the main bits, and then it ran out of battery. And my charger's that dodgy that it's just not charging up my razor.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to have to order another one. I keep meaning to.
That's one of the things that I would recommend spending a bit more money on.
Yeah, like the one that I got expensive. It's just that the charger's fucked for some reason.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've had it a couple of years now.
Yeah, no, the one that me and Becca got, because it was when it was like it must have been when I first I got a mohawk and I was like willing to like let Becca cut it at home as opposed to like having to go to the hairdressers every now and again. Because I got the top bit short enough that could grow out, and I could just get this trimmed like 5 or 6 times in between getting the top done. So I was like, as opposed to getting the standard beard trimmer that I would have done, I got a proper one.
Yeah.
I think it was like 65 quid.
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
Yeah. Like I said, the only thing that's wrong with mine is the charger.
Yeah, no. Can you not
So
try and get a charger replacement for it?
I imagine that I'll just be able to get another charger for it.
I would have thought so, especially if it's like a name brand.
Yeah, it's like a Philips one.
Oh yeah, easy. No problem.
So, yeah. I keep going, I'll get my hair cut soon. I keep like looking in the eyes just going, oh, it's still fucking rammed.
Yeah, no. Just honestly, just book yourself in like 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. I'll have a look at books on my app, Booksy.
Yeah,
Because there's like a hairdresser who's like a couple of hundred yards from work.
Oh.
So I went there. I think it was like in between lockdowns.
I know there's a hairdresser. No, I think I know. Not sure. I know there's one that I was walking to work and I was late once when I worked at Tulketh Mill. And I was late to work. I was only going to be 5 minutes late, but 5 minutes late is 5 minutes late. And I'm walking down the street, walk past a barber's just as my granddad's coming out, and I'm like, "Oh, you're right, Granddad." And he's like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, can you not chat for a minute?" I was like, "No, I'm late for work." And he's like, "Oh, hop in." So I managed to get to work on time only because of my granddad.
Yeah. Nice one. Oh, God. I miss my granddad. My granddad was a fucking legend.
Is he the one that was the size of a tent? No, he's still going, isn't he? Which is surprising. Not trying to be mean to him. It was surprising from how you were describing him 5 Christmases ago when you were going to buy him a Blackburn Rovers shirt.
Oh, yeah, it was a Liverpool shirt. And he's like 5'4". He's a very stout man.
Yeah.
He's not anymore. He's lost a lot of weight, to be fair. But that's probably the chemo. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Can imagine.
Yeah. So, but no, my dad's dad. He was always dead slim.
Yeah.
He was into walking and stuff, and when he was a younger man. But it was actually I've spoken to him about him before. He was you said that you did like cubs and stuff. He was like the leader.
Ah.
So yeah. God, it's been 3 or 4 years since he's passed away.
It's your stepdad who does the Lego now, isn't it?
No, my
Is it?
actual dad.
No, your dad.
Yeah. But
that cranberry juice is probably a little more off than I should drink, but it's fine. It's only
it's only
6 months out of date.
For fuck's sake.
It's in a carton. It wasn't open. It's fine.
Did you enjoy having a quick game of Up Your Bum or In the Bin?
I did. I did enjoy playing Up Your Bum or In the Bin for the first time in 6 years, I want to say.
It's probably been some... Well, it won't have been...
No, I want to say like 5 years.
Possibly, yeah.
Because how long ago did you move out? Was it 4 years ago?
Yeah, it would have been 4 years in January.
4 years ago, and it was probably a year before that. Maybe a little after that we were walking the same direction home, because you'd get the bus, I'd walk home.
Didn't we like properly play it in work all the time though?
It was a walk home jobby. Like we started playing it at work, but its inception was a walk home one time.
It was. It's Liam's favourite game.
I still think that Would You for Money can go somewhere.
Didn't you make the cards for Up Your Bum or In the Bin?
Yeah, they're on my shelf. Yeah, the card game is designed. It's fully playable. It's just shit. I had a spreadsheet at work about it and everything.
I feel like we should probably explain Up Your Bum or In the Bin.
Right, the original Up Your Bum or In the Bin was essentially me and Keith walking home, and I have an item, like, imaginary in my head, and then Keith has 5 questions to figure out if he would like it in his bum or not. If it goes in the bum, then he gets to keep it. If it goes in the bin, then no, it's thrown away, you don't get it.
But the real excitement is, what's he thinking? It could be a platinum dildo.
Could be a platinum dildo. That's expensive. You can sell that for a few bob. I'm
never going to use it again, but I'm going to sell it and make a lot of money off it.
Yeah.
Or it could be a banana.
Could be a Mars bar. Mars bar's always round one. Round one's always a Mars bar.
Yeah. But yeah.
And then that got converted into a card game, which I have on my shelf.
That we were going to copyright and try and sell.
Yes. Yeah, it is the Darth Vader card that I had done.
Yeah. I feel like you've got like a 3D printer now. We can make some like models of Up Your Bum or In the Bin. Look like objects that you've got to hide.
It's not part of the game.
Not actual things to put Up Your Bum or In the Bin, but I'm sure we have more games than that though.
We did. There was Would You for Money. I like that one. I preferred that one as the concept for a TV show though.
What was the rules around that one again?
It was essentially something is posted upon the big TV screen, and it's like eat 15 grasshoppers or something, and then the panel of people playing the show, the contestants, they all write down on a card the minimum amount of money it would take for them to do it. And then they one by one show off how much they'd have to be paid for him to do it, and then the person who bid the minimum, like the lowest, they do it, but they get the money.
I seem to remember Liam doing that a lot, but not necessarily in the constraints of that game.
No, it was just nonsense. It was
would you watch Dave fuck Claudia Winkleman?
Yeah, would you let me eat a kebab out of your ass? No, it'd be the other way around. It was, would you eat a kebab out of my ass? And the following question always had to be, who's paying for the kebab? Because if I'm paying for the kebab, it's a no, but if you're paying for the kebab, maybe. Do I get to pick where the kebab is from? Do I get to pick what's on it? Like, how much of it is up to me?
Fucking hell. Yeah, that was like Liam's favourite thing.
Yeah.
Would you watch Dave do this?
I suppose this is the Dave Memoriam podcast as well, because Dave did pass away. Very sad. I know you didn't have much love for the man, but
No. Well, not much. That's a bit of an overstatement.
you disliked him.
That's putting it lightly. I have great disdain for that man.
Go on, what's your favourite Dave story? That's not like significantly horrible, just like what's actually a fun
regardless
story.
of horrible and not horrible, it will always be there's no hills in Suffolk. Or was it Norfolk?
Norfolk, and we've already talked about that, so pick another one.
I can't think, like, the other one that's going to, like, mind kind of puts him in a good light, but it was kind of creepy.
Yep, go on.
Was when what was she called? Graduating from university.
Anya,
yeah, and he brought her in like a bottle of wine and some flowers and some chocolates.
Yep.
And a card just from him.
Yeah, that was
and
nice.
well, it was like, all right, Dave, that's quite nice, but you could have said it was from the team and not just you.
Yeah, no. David knowed me on a few occasions. There was once where we did like a whole raffle thing for raising money for charity one of those days, and Dave bought a load of prizes in. Like, he just bought them on the way into work, and he was like, "Oh, you've got prizes raising money." Because I think whichever team raised the most money got something shit, but they got something. And David brought in a cake.
Yep.
A bottle of wine, and then some like toiletries or something. There were 3 prizes, and I won. I bought a raffle ticket and I won like first prize. And Dave, the kiss ass that he was, absolutely adored Chris Pickering.
Yep.
He was significantly up his arse.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, Dave, I've won the first one. Can I have the bottle of wine, please?" And he looks at Chris Pickering, who's like one of the only other people that bought a fucking raffle ticket. And he was like, "Oh, no, Callum, the cake is first prize." I was like, "No, but I want the wine. I don't want the cake. I want the wine." He was like, "No, Callum, you get the cake." And I was like, "Okay." And I remember some point earlier in the week we had discussed the fact that like eating at your desk wasn't okay unless it was something that you got like in work, or it was like a chocolate bar or something. So
Yeah.
so I turned to Chris and I was like, "All right, I'm eating this whole fucking cake now then, because I'm not taking it home. I'm eating the fucking cake."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yep, no problem. You just make sure you don't get it everywhere." I was like, "No, it's not going everywhere. It's going in my face or in the bin."
Yeah.
So there was also
and then Chris somehow won second or third place and got the bottle of wine.
He got the bottle of wine. The other thing that Dave did that annoyed me once, like massively annoyed me, is I think it was I really needed the weekend off. Like in a week's advance, like week and a half in advance, I really massively needed the weekend off.
Yeah.
So I go on like the schedules for everyone. I noticed that Dave never did any, at the time. He wasn't doing anything. It was before he got into all this steampunk stuff.
Yeah.
So Dave rarely doing anything, like ever.
Yeah.
And so I lean over and I go, "Oh, Dave, you're not working next Saturday. I really, really need the day off." Can't remember what it was for. It was for some event thing that I think I'd already paid for.
Yeah.
And not booked a holiday or whatever. But I really needed the day off, and I was like, "Oh, Dave, like, I could really do with a day off. Is there any chance you'd swap with me?" And he goes, "No, Callum, I'm sorry, but I'm going to Manchester that day." And in my head, obviously, I'm thinking,
That's bullshit.
well, I'm giving you like a Friday off, so you can just go on the Friday. It makes no difference what day you go to Manchester. But honestly, whatever, fine. Don't worry about it. Managed to wangle it.
Yeah.
So that, like, I was swapping with Fizan, and then Fizan was swapping with someone else. So it was essentially like a triangle shift changes to get this Saturday off. Managed to get it sorted. It took like a good half a day to arrange it and then be able to word it in an email so people understood, so they could actually change the schedule.
Yeah.
But managed to sort it. I managed to get the Saturday off, and I'm absolutely loving it. So like 4 days go past, it rolls around to like Tuesday or something, and Chris Spratt wanders in and he says to the team, he's like, we're expecting a shitload of calls on Saturday. Like, we're massively understaffed on Saturday for us. Like, we've already got some people off customer services, but we're going to need some more people. And can anybody do overtime on Saturday? And Dave goes, oh yeah, no problem, I'm not doing anything.
Just didn't want to swap. I
didn't talk to him for a week. Legitimately, I didn't talk to him for a week because he actually pissed me off that much. And I don't get annoyed easily.
No, to be fair, you are quite placid like me, to be fair.
Easygoing. Like, it's the little things that annoy me. And that was like, realistically, it was a little thing. Like, if David, honestly, if he just said to me, it's like, oh, Dave, would you be able to swap Saturday with me? And he could have just said, honestly, no, I could really do with that day off. I just need it off for whatever reason. I could really do it. That's fine, Dave, no problem.
Even if he'd just gone, no, I don't really want to work that day. I just want to have a day off.
Just could really do with that day off. I'm working the entire week. I could really do with that day off. I'd be like, yep, no problem. That's fine. Absolutely understand. I'm not going to hold it against you.
Do you remember when they were doing like a charity thing trying to raise money? And Dave went round with...
Cakes. Fucking dripping with sweat.
Yeah. Literally dripping in sweat. Massive sweat pipes. Do you want to buy a cake?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm alright, thanks. You've sweat all over them. Oh, this cake's moist and a bit salty.
Yeah, Dave. Dave was an experience. I will miss him.
I actually don't think about him.
Yeah. I think about him every now and again. Just like check on his Facebook, see what he's been doing. Very little. But it's just sad because like 3 weeks ago he was like posting about how well he was doing in physio and stuff. It's just...
What did he pass away with?
Don't know. I
didn't ask.
I was kind of distraught with finding out, honestly. I didn't even think.
Yeah, because as soon as you messaged me like 10-20 minutes later, I messaged Liam. So you said that Liam had told you. I was like, as bad as it sounds, I'm actually a little bit glad that he's passed away. Like, that's how much I dislike the man.
You really didn't like him?
No, I really didn't.
I don't think there's anybody I dislike that much.
Yeah, like, I'm not even slightly upset or disappointed that he passed away.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But, fuck it. Grudges.
Yeah. I'm sure you could have buried the hatchet.
But then again, it's the little things, isn't it? Like, even after I'd left, if he'd just come up to me and just said, yeah, Spratt pulled me into a room and said, asked me a lot of questions, and I said this, and this, and that's probably one of the reasons why you got sacked. I'm sorry, but I had to tell him the truth. I was gone. Alright, fair enough. But it's the fact that he didn't even have the balls to fucking talk to me afterwards.
Yeah,
and deleted and blocked me on Facebook.
Yeah, to be entirely fair, it isn't like Dave also didn't like Keith. Like it's not one-sided. There was like it was just a bad work relationship.
Yeah. Like it was one of those
wishing him dead, probably a bit far.
Well then I didn't really like him, but I put up with him and talked to him because I worked with him. But then, absolutely fucking snaked me. Stabbed me in the back, I like, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, Dave, he was not the best of blokes. Like, he wasn't. No. He was one of those people who is like, he was significantly creepy. Yeah. And it doesn't matter your intent. If you're creeping someone out, you're creeping them out. I know he didn't mean it. He did not mean to come across as a creepy fella.
But as a older bloke, how old was he? He was definitely in his 40s or 50s.
Oh, it was later than that.
Maybe even later than that. And the fact that he's like kind of all over a woman younger than us.
Yeah, it was
a couple of years younger than us. It was like, this is actually hard to watch.
Yeah. Should we change the subject? No longer Dave Memoriam podcast. Sod that.
Yeah, he had his moments. He had his moments that we all thought was brilliant. But apart from the occasional moment, he wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
He did enjoy telling us his stories, though.
He did. His stories of how he did have... he had breakfast with George Takei at one point. He was in Star Trek. He's been in other stuff, but he was in Star Trek. Okay. Also, the lady who played Ahura in Star Trek, apparently you knew her. Relatively, don't know to what extent, but apparently relatively well. Knew her. He was a big fan of his Star Treks and going to his conventions. When he was telling stories, Dave was great. Dave was a good, you could sink 45 minutes and just...
Listen to him telling these
listen
stories.
To him going on.
Yeah. But I do kind of feel bad for him that he's kind of passed away at this kind of moment in time. Cause
he has, and he wasn't in the best of ways. He was going through...
he's gone through a lot over the last 18 months.
He has.
Relatively, even by COVID standards, he's been quite lonely, to be fair. Which isn't something that I'd relatively wish on anybody. But... oh well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something that we find a bit more funny. James O'Brien. There is a man that we can laugh at. There's 1,000,001 stories that we could tell about OB.
Yeah, James O'Brien. I think the classic one, the only one. If we had to tell a single story about James O'Brien that would give you an idea of the kind of man that he was the time that he was going out on a Friday or whenever it was. He was going out drinking and he thought, oh, I'll be smart. I'm going to pull out 70 quid. I'm going to go drinking. That way I can't spend any more than 70 quid. I won't end up poor and I'll still have money for the rest of the week. James O'Brien meets a girl in a warehouse and ends up going home with her, sleeping with her. He wakes up the following morning before she does and he's like, ooh, shit, best get out of here. Gets dressed, walks out the door, starts looking around, doesn't really recognise anything and goes, not really sure where I am. So he starts walking. His phone's dead. Phone is absolutely dead. Starts walking. And then he realises that he is not impressed anymore. This man is in Blackpool. He's already closed the door, walked out on the woman that he slept with, and he's like, oh fuck, well, I guess I'm walking home then.
So you were like, I'm going to try and get a taxi.
Yeah, tried to get a taxi. I think he managed to get through to a taxi service, borrowing someone's phone or something, and they were like, yeah, no, we're not going to trust that you'll pay us when you get there.
Which is fair enough.
But also, why are you telling them that you don't have any money before you get in the car?
Yeah.
You don't ring a place and be like, yeah, I've got no money on me, but as soon as I get home I can pull cash out. No, that's ridiculous. You just say, hey, yeah, I'm going to Preston. They take you home and you explain when you arrive. It's like, oh, yep, I've just got to run and get my card. I'll pull cash out for you. That entirely makes sense, but no, yeah. He was an idiot. So, James O'Brien walks home all the way from Blackpool to Preston, but he doesn't walk home. He walks to work because he is scheduled into work. And how late was he into work? It must have been at least an hour and a half, minimum.
What time did we start on a Saturday?
Saturday, it was nearly a 1, wasn't it? It was only 8 till 4 or something, I'm sure. Don't think it was never a full day on a weekend.
I don't think he was on work on Saturday.
No, because I remember him coming in and his neck was so badly sunburnt because he walked from Blackpool to Preston on the hottest day of the year because he'd walked out on a girl that he'd slept with.
God.
And then just to like fully wrap it up and bring it around, he's then walking out of work one time and he sees like someone walking towards him, so he holds the door open, looks at her, goes, "Fuck," slam. Because we worked with her. The girl that he slept with and walked out on, he worked with her. She worked on customer service.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he fully deserved it. Yeah, no, I'm not... He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. But, like, when we were working with him, we were all like, yeah, he's an idiot. But he's our idiot. And we've got brilliant stories out of him.
I never got on with him. Like, me and him never clicked.
Oh, no, I got on with Obi.
I know you did. Like, you got on with a thingy as well. Daniel Allen, or what? I don't know his last
Danny
name.
Ingram.
Danny Ingram, yes. You got on really well. I think I just never got that. Like, you know when someone says something and you're constantly in your head, you're like, I can't quite tell what joke you're going for or if it's a joke at all. I could never nail that down, so I just didn't.
I think the thing with them two is they were very much laddish type of lads.
They were.
If you get what I mean, like lads.
And that's just... it's not this.
Yeah, it's none of that over there.
Yeah, no, I'm...
Where I'm somewhere in between the lads, and whatever the fuck that is.
Rude. Yeah, I would not consider myself to be a lad. I can blend in for a while.
Yeah.
But not that long.
Yeah.
I can blend in when I'm drunk, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that, like, Danny and OB, they're into football and UFC and boxing and going out and getting pissed and doing all that sort of laddish stuff, which I can, slide right into. But I can also slide right into doing a podcast on a Wednesday night and doing all this sort of stuff. I'm somewhere in between.
Shocking.
Yeah, so...
I'm hurt by that. Ban this man.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, you're not the laddish type, are you, to be honest?
No, not really. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm timing Chris out.
What do you mean you're timing him out?
Timing him out!
What does that do?
Means he can't talk for 10 minutes.
Why are you stopping him talking? What's he said?
Said I'd date a Tory. He's gone now.
You fucking blocked him from messaging because he said that you date a Tory. For fuck's sake.
And honestly, I don't know how to undo it, so...
Well, I can't see the messages anymore.
Yeah, I know they got deleted. 1 minute, I'll...
I take it that Becca's not a Tory then.
No, very much not so.
Very much not so. Okay.
There we go. You're untimed out. Your transgressions have been forgiven.
Only until you say something like that again.
Yeah, that's when you get gone.
Wow. Yeah, we've worked with a lot of lunatics.
We have. James Spratt, the army man, being like not one of the worst, just one of the. If you've met James Spratt for 5 minutes, you've met him. That's it.
Yeah.
End of story. You don't need to carry on.
Yeah, he's too deep into the laddish behaviour for even for me to go, oh yeah, he's a good bloke. Him, I could go up with a pint with him. He's too far into the rabbit hole.
Yeah, he's
I think he's a bit of a dick actually.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, Liam can blend in with more or less anyone.
Yeah.
Liam's an odd one. Like, he can find mutual ground with just anyone.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that. There's very few people that I can't find common ground with and get on with.
Yeah.
Like, even with Dave, to a certain degree, I got on with.
Yeah, but I think that's because also, like, Dave could talk about anything with anyone. He would find
He'd find a
mutual
topic.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah. And Liam's one of the funniest people that I've met, but has got such an odd sense of humour.
Yeah, Liam just oozes charisma, but he shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, he's so charismatic, but he's... Right, honestly, I think him and Callum Davis are, like, in complete opposites.
In what way?
Like, you can get on with both of them and have chats, but, like, Liam won't just take the piss out of you constantly. Like, Callum Davis, like, 50% of what comes out of Callum Davis's mouth is taking the piss out of someone. Like, no matter what. But Liam, he'll just be like, he'll take the piss out of himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there was the story of Liam suffering from premature ejaculation.
I've forgotten about that. That was brilliant when he told me that.
So Liam got this cream from the doctor that was supposed to, like, numb his penis so he could, like, have sex for longer without finishing, but he put way too much on, so his entire dick went numb and went soft, and he's just there slapping it about, trying to get it going so he can...
Well, the thing about that is, if you've ever met Liam, you can actually imagine him in the bathroom just slapping the shit out of it. Fucking wake up, you bastard!
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely one of a kind, is Liam.
Yeah.
We'll get him on the podcast soon. How soon, we don't know.
Who knows?
But
It'll be June when...
It'll be over the next 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. We'll get him in. He can tell his stories of his escapades. And having 2 kids now.
Yeah.
Liam, the man who was renting somewhere in Chorley, like when he started working at our place, and he had a dog. And it came to, like, the end of his thingy, and his landlord came round to just for, like, an inspection, and they were thinking of extending. But the landlord comes around and goes, "Oh, you've got a dog," and they go, "Yeah, we've got a dog." The landlord goes, "Oh, you can't have a dog." And Liam goes, "Well, we do, and you said it was okay, so we have a dog." And then he's like, "No, you're not allowed, dog. You'll have to move out." And Liam showed him emails between them, going like, "Yeah, you said it was okay for us to have a dog." And then the landlord booted him out, so they had to move in.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
Oh God. My favourite thing about Liam, or one of my favourite things, is the fact that he named his dog and his first child out of from characters from How I Met Your Mother, without his girlfriend, fiance knowing. I don't think she was overly pleased.
No, got tricked.
Hoodwinked. But yeah, he's one of a kind, that lad.
He is. He's a lovely fella, Liam. He's an idiot, but he's the kind of idiot that just exists and just carries on and does well for himself.
Yeah. Lost a lot of weight as well.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
It's like all the weight that he lost, I gained back.
I think I fucking gained some of it as well. I must have taken some off him.
Yeah. When gyms are open again, I'll go back to the gym. I'll actually go this time. It's only down the road. I can't complain.
Why? Which gym are you going to?
Well, I was going to... Is it Pure Gym?
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I was going, because when we first moved, I signed up. But when we first moved, I wasn't, like, going into town hall. I was only going to work. I wasn't doing stuff.
Yeah.
So even though the walk to the gym is all of 5 minutes, it was still, like, a relatively significant walk, and it was annoying.
Yeah.
So I went a few times and then stopped going because it annoyed me. Whereas now, I'll walk into town. I will not get the bus into town anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly because the bus is like 5 streets over, as opposed to one street over. Because now it's back on Plungy Road, so hopping on the bus getting into town will take all of 2 minutes. But I'm used to walking it, and it takes 25 minutes to walk into town. It's nothing. So walking to the gym is no longer a stress. Like, if I could teleport to the gym and just do the gym stuff and teleport home, I would have no issue.
Yeah.
I would go to the gym every day. I wouldn't care. It's the fact that I have to walk there and back that pisses me off.
Yeah. Like, I've got a Wii at home with, like, the Wii Fitboard and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd happily do that. But I'll be fucking damned if I'm doing it in the living room.
Yeah.
And I sure as hell don't have enough room in my bedroom to do it. So that just doesn't get used, the Wii.
Yeah. I wanted to do boxing, but if I was still working at your place, I would probably have taken up boxing.
Any particular reason that you wanted to get into boxing?
I just wanted to get into boxing. I thought boxing was interesting and fun, and I wanted to just do it. It was an interest I had. Like, just I don't care about watching it. I care about like doing it. It's just interesting, and having some form of self-defense is always handy. But all the classes are like, oh, they're at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday and a Thursday. 7 o'clock Tuesday and Thursday. I'm at work.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. There's no late night classes. It's on a Thursday at 7 o'clock. That's it. Like, even when I was working at your place, I went to a boxing gym that was round the corner from mine where I used to live, near Avon Park, and I went when they should have been open. I checked everything. Like, I messaged the guy, and he was like, oh yeah, come on Tuesday at like R4, I'll be in. I went, they weren't fucking there. Like, this was me actively trying to better myself. I'm like, yeah, I could do with getting a bit more fit. Some form of self-defense is always going to be nice. Like, there's literally no downsides to this other than it costs money.
Yeah.
It just wasn't there. And then I went back like a week later and like still, I went when the class should have been starting. Nothing.
Okay, now.
Yeah. Like, it's not even like I didn't put the effort in. I put the effort in.
Yeah. I've never been in a fight. Not a proper fight, anyway.
No, I'd like, kind of, but not really.
You were kind of in a fight, to be fair.
Yeah.
I remember that because I remember you coming into work with like just fucked up knuckles. I'm
yeah.
like,
Honestly, the worst part about that is they kept like coming off when I went in my pockets.
Yeah.
That's why they're so fucked now. If I'd just managed to like let them heal, it would have been fine. But no, I had to reach my pocket every other fucking minute, and then yeah, they're ruined.
Yeah. I think I must have had like fights with my brother growing up, but
Oh yeah, but that doesn't count.
that doesn't count. But he fully deserves them for being a gobshite.
Oh yeah.
We used to do a thing growing up because we were both like obsessed with WWE growing up.
Yeah.
I got the belt one year for Christmas. We used to do it like when me mum and dad went out for like an evening out, a meal or whatever. My oldest brother would be in charge, but he'd be like in his bedroom reading or I don't know, doing something.
Yeah, something annoying.
Just like my oldest brother just didn't want to get involved with us. Like, fucking leave me alone, don't make any noise.
Yep.
And then we're going like my mum and dad's room because they had like drawers, but the drawers would only kind of be like that high.
Yep.
Where the bed
Enough
would be
that
like
you can climb on.
Like tall enough so we could climb on and jump off onto the bed.
Yep.
And we used to have. My mum used to have like a small stool in her room, so we used to use that as like the ladder. We used to have ladder matches.
Fucking hell.
And all sorts.
There was one time that me and my brother, when we lived at our old house in Wantley Dale, where you went to high school, where we lived there. Like, I was young. I'll have been in year 2.
Yeah.
Year 2, year 3 at the very. In fact, no. It will have been like year 1 or 2, but I think my brother was looking after me or something. But I was in his room, and we were playing one of the WWE games on like the PS1,
Yeah.
PS2 maybe, and he was playing Mankind, which is the guy bag on his head, sock on his hand.
Yep.
Funny guy, and he's doing all these moves where he's like shoving the sock like down my throat. Just like, he made me laugh so hard I pissed on his bed.
Fuck's
Like,
sake.
actually laughed so hard I pissed. And it wasn't even like, oh yeah, bits. No, full piss, full fucking piss all over the bed.
Yeah.
Shocking. WWE used to be good.
I was talking to Chaco at work, this was like a month ago. He's like, oh yeah, I used to terrorise my little brother all the time because his little brother works at our place as well. Well, I said little brother. His little brother is like 2 inches taller and stocky.
Yep.
Like, and he's like, oh yeah, I used to like bully my brother all the time and wind him up and like tickle him. But I used to tickle him so much that he couldn't speak to tell me to stop because he was going to piss his pants. I made him piss his pants several times.
That's significantly, honestly, just abuse.
It
Like,
is.
not even abuse in the way that we use the term abuse.
Yeah,
That is
full-on
abuse.
abuse.
That is a traumatized child. That adult is not okay.
So, next time I saw his brother, I mentioned it to him. I'm like, what's this about? Like, you're letting Chaka tickle you so much that you piss your pants. He's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 whatever. He said, but we did once hang Imran up by his underpants on a coat hook. I'm like, the fuck is going on in your family? I'm like, how old was he when you did this to him? You're like, I don't know, like 17. I'm like, you hung him up by his underpants when he was 17. You're like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you two?
Right, gonna take a break because I think the internet has died, and I need to piss anyway. So we'll be back.
Alright, see you in a bit. Oh, we're back. We're here.
We're here.
We're back to do the podcasting and stuff.
Internet had a wobble.
It did.
It's probably fine now.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Don't say maybe, baby. You are my voodoo child. My voodoo child.
Oh, God. So, you said that you were up to date with the Winter Soldier.
Yes, Falcon Winter Soldier, all up to date. It's like, I've heard there's supposed to be 6 episodes, in which case the next one would be the last, and that would kind of make sense. I've also been told there's supposed to be 10.
Which would also kind of make sense because
I can also see this as like a middle peak. A ton of stuff's going on. I feel like Walker could easily have another couple of episodes in him of actual stuff going on, and then a finale at the end where everything kicks off.
Yeah.
The other stuff could be done next episode. Could be completely finished in the next one.
Because what I can see happening is the stuff with them, like rebels and stuff,
Yep.
whatever you want to call them, that being finished in the next episode. And then, if you remember the other, what's the Captain America guy called now? Is it Wyatt? Did you say
I think it's John Walker, isn't it?
John Walker?
His actual name is Wyatt.
Russells. What's
Not
the actor's
Russell.
name?
I'm trying to think. It's Russell.
No, his last name's Russells, cause, isn't it? Let me just check. I'm sure his last name's Russells.
Give me a minute. I don't want the 2011 thing. I never want the 2011 thing. Sod off.
I've literally just seen something online.
Yeah, no, Wyatt Russell. Yeah, it's Kurt Russell, his dad. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, so I can see, because he got approached by someone, didn't he?
He did,
He got.
yes.
I don't know who she is though.
I'm guessing the power broker.
I don't know who that is.
In all the episodes in that weird country where everything's illegal but everything's fine, they were chatting to a woman and she was like, oh yeah, the power broker wants to know about this. The power broker's the one that funded the serum that the guy was making.
Okay.
Seems as though that's probably It would make sense. It's the only... Unless it's a weird character that hasn't been mentioned yet, and she's just going to be named out of nowhere, I'm guessing that's who she is.
Right, okay. No, that makes sense. And then the last 4 episodes are about kind of stopping them too.
I think they'll finish it all off at the same time. I think there'll be a penultimate half an episode where it's Rebels and him at the same time. Like, he wants to be the one that saves the day.
Yeah.
That's how I can see it going down.
Yeah, I don't see why not. But it's been a while since a character's been this hated by everybody.
He was created to be hated.
Yeah.
As soon as he comes on screen, you know the only reason he is in this show is to be despised.
Yeah.
It is a fact. He is there to be hated. There's no way of thinking about it. He is a character written to be despised. That's fine. But after that, first display of him, everyone's going to hate him. No matter what, nobody's going to like him. Fine.
Yeah.
Actually write him as make him almost redeemable. They tried. They put little bits in, like the scene with him and his partner, where they're talking about how, oh yeah, I got 3 medals of honor for the worst day of my life. It's like they're trying to make me feel bad for him, but I know he is a character that is only there to be despised. There is 0 chance he's getting redeemed.
Yeah. So do you reckon he's going to die at the end of this season, or?
I putting my bets in, I reckon he will get crushed or fucked up to the point of death.
Yeah.
Post-credit scene of him getting the Bucky treatment, so they can take his blood and make more of the serum with it.
Okay. Do you remember the Hulk film that they brought out before Iron Man or after Iron Man?
Before Iron Man.
What was the what happened to the bad guy in that film?
Pretty sure dead. Pretty sure. I haven't seen it. I've seen the last 10 minutes. I'm fairly sure dead.
I need to rewatch it. I think that's kind of the only one that I've never rewatched.
I watched the original. There was the Hulk that came out in, I want to say, 2004.
Yeah, early to mid 2000s.
That one wasn't great. It just wasn't good. It was... I have no idea who it was pitching it for, because at the time that came out, I was probably 10. Somewhere around that age.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good film. I don't know who it was for, because it wasn't for kids. It wasn't for adults. I don't even want to say it was for teenagers. It was beige. It was a very beige film. It was he gets hulkified, whatever. Dogs. I remember dogs happened.
Yeah.
That's it. Full stop. That's it. I'm fairly sure in the Edward Norton one, there's a scene in which they use big speakers to hurt his eardrums and he calms down. I think that happens in the Edward Norton one.
Isn't it kind of him against his dad or something?
I think that's the original one.
Yeah,
his dad who can morph into a metal desk and shit. Yeah, that's the original one.
Is it?
Pretty sure. It made so little sense. I think every now and again I'll rewatch films that I don't remember. I'll remember watching them, liking them, Lord of the Rings. I have watched that on a few different occasions all the way through. I don't remember most of it.
Yeah.
Then rewatched almost all of them back to back with my friend Dan. Dan came around. Me and Becca watched them all because she's never really seen them.
Yeah.
And I remembered a lot more. As we were watching it, it was oh yeah, that scene's new. Rewatched Thor this week.
Yeah.
Watched Iron Man, Thor, and watched Captain America today before you came round. I remembered so little of Captain America. It's been 10 years since I've watched it, so it's fine. I remembered very little of Iron Man. I remembered the main points: cave, first Iron Man suit, making new one, and Ironmonger. That's it. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's pretty much the film, though.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more. It's just the in-betweens that I could not... Like, the guy who becomes War Machine. Completely forgot about him. Like, I know he's in it.
Yeah.
Like, he gets recast, but I completely forgot about him being in it whatsoever.
I didn't realise until, like, a couple of months ago that them two were the same guy.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's the same character, different actor.
Yeah, I didn't realise that until, like, a couple of months ago. Like,
Yeah.
midway through last year.
Yeah. Captain America, I remembered. Honestly, I remember him getting beat up in that alleyway. And I remember the scene where he gets injected. If you would ask me to tell you the story of Captain America, the film, that's all I would have had.
Captain America, the film... Well, it's been years since I've watched it. Short and small, wants to be part of the army, but he's got asthma, applies several times, can't get in. Scientist meets him because Bucky buggers off with two women. Experiment becomes big and strong, runs after a Nazi scientist. A Nazi. He dies.
Well, you're wrong there.
Who
Yeah,
does
no,
he run after?
he runs after a Nazi scientist. There's essentially he gets injected, goes on the whole tour of being Captain America, like selling war bonds and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Does all that. Goes to a place where they don't like him, like on the front lines. They don't care about him. They like send the women out again. He goes to save Bucky and a load of prisoners. Does that. Great.
Yeah.
After that, there's like a whole chase scene on a train in which Bucky falls to his death. And then they get the scientist, but they bring the scientist in for questioning. And I'm fairly sure it's in the second one he becomes a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he goes after actual Red Skull, does the whole flying plane into the ice thing.
Didn't they use a different actor for Red Skull in Endgame?
I don't think so. I wouldn't have thought so.
I thought I'd read that somewhere.
They might
Maybe
have
not.
done. The guy could have been busy, but I'm pretty sure they could have afforded his face, so they could have just used his face and got someone to dub it. I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. Always confuses me that Red Skull's the same guy that plays Elrond in Lord of the Rings.
Yep. And Agent Smith in The Matrix.
Yeah. Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
The only thing that I remember from The Matrix.
Yeah, that's another one that I just don't remember. It's been so long, and I've watched it a few times, I don't remember much of The Matrix. Mr. Anderson scene. The scene with his belly button. Like something crawls out of his belly button in a taxi cab. He figures out Kung Fu bullet time scene.
The only bits that I remember is Thingy walking in going, Mr. Anderson, and him bending over backwards to dodge all the bullets.
Yep. There's also the scene where there's a guy called Cypher in it who goes to an Agent Smith and he's like, alright, I'll give you all the information you need. All I want is to be set up for life in the Matrix because I won't know the difference and I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. The rest of it, no idea.
Yeah. But Lord of the Rings, I must watch it like every couple of years. All three of them relatively close together, extended versions. Not read it. I think I've listened to the audio, tried to listen to the audiobook of the first Lord of the Rings. I think I might have got halfway through it. But they're so long-winded, the books.
Yeah, I remember my brother telling me that, like, in a single chapter of Lord of the Rings, like, it's 15 pages of describing the area.
Yeah, it's
and then actual things happen.
Yeah, it's so long-winded. But I love the films. The films are brilliant.
Yeah, they're solid.
They are definitely like the films that I tend to go to if I've got like a cold.
Yeah, if you're ill.
If I've got a bit of man flu, sit there and watch them.
I honestly, like, I'm not trying to flex or anything, but I've not been ill in years. Like, nobody, unless you have had COVID, you've not been sick this year.
Yeah,
like
much.
It's rare, like, because people aren't going out, they're not interacting with people, like, you're not out with other people that are sick. Like, it's just people aren't getting sick, which is good in one sense, but also not great. But yeah, if I am ever ill, I'm shitting myself. That's how I get sick. I might get a slight cold, but I'm fine. I've never had the flu. I've not even, I don't think in the past, I don't think I've vomited from anything other than alcohol in 5 years.
The last time I was properly sick, it was 3 birthdays ago. And it was like some sort of SARS virus. And it was like sick, diarrhea.
Yeah, the whole shebang.
For like a week. Like, the only time I got out of bed was to run to the loo.
Yep.
It was horrible. To the point...
Oh, that doesn't count. In fact, no, the last migraine I had, I didn't vomit. I'll be sick with a migraine, but that's just vomiting from my head deciding that it's not well.
Yeah.
But my head is going, you're in pain, something's wrong, purge.
Yeah, that's not a great one.
No.
I remember having that virus and throwing up stomach bile.
Yeah, it's...
And it was the first time I'd ever thrown up stomach bile. Like, the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's when you get to there's nothing left.
Yeah, I remember throwing that up and being like, fucking hell, I'm dying. Yep. I think, what is that? What is that pus coming out of my mouth?
I had a friend a few years ago who was an idiot. And he was already like pretty much vegetarian. No, he was vegetarian. He was practically vegan anyway. It's just he ate cheese.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, I want to go vegan. And, like, for some reason in his head, the only thing that he could think of that was vegan was Oreos. So he had in his head, it's like, oh yeah, Oreos. And it's like, this is like a day in to him being vegan, so he's not really looked into it yet. He's just like, oh, fuck it. I know I can eat that, whatever. So he starts, he's just eating Oreos, but he also goes out to like a party and starts drinking. And he's drinking, and he drinks far too much. And then he's sick. And he's in a very drunk, delirious state. And when he is sick, the sick is black. Because he's just eaten Oreos and nothing else for, like, an entire day. And he thinks he's possessed. Because he's just got this black goo, like, emerging from him. And he's terrified, thinking he's possessed and doesn't know what's going on. Ridiculous.
Jesus. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I watched it at yours. Wait. No,
you didn't.
No. We watched The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Sorry.
Yes.
Yep.
I was just about to say, I've only ever watched The Exorcism of Emily Rose once, and it fucking terrified me because I watched it with my brother. Because my older brother went to a Church of England school.
Yep.
Very religious school. But me and my brothers just aren't religious whatsoever.
Yeah, no. I went to a Church of England primary school, and no. Like, we had to go to church because of it. And I hate church.
Yeah, well, they don't really like people like you in church, do they?
No, go on, what do you mean?
They don't like the gays.
Well, at the time, I thought I was a straight young boy. But that was just my mistake. It's fine.
But, yeah, I remember watching it with my brother and him explaining all the type shit behind it, and like the beliefs, it just fucking terrified me.
Yep.
Remember watching The Grudge for the first time when I was about 10, 11. I don't know how I got away with watching this sort of stuff, but anything like that I used to watch that I shouldn't be watching, I always watched at my dad's.
Yep.
Because I could get away with it at my dad's.
The exact same. Like, the whole reason, like, it was, my mum and dad separated. They didn't get divorced straight away, but they separated the first week I was in high school.
Yeah. That's
when they split up. They didn't do it during the summer holidays. That would have been convenient. They did it a week into high school. And it was the first half term, like, obviously I'm missing my dad. He's just started working again with the guy he's moved in with. Like, some of my mum and dad's mutual friends. He's moved into a spare room there. He's working for the bloke that he's living with. And I remember, I'm kind of missing him, and I tried to, like, come up with an excuse to go to his house. And I was like, oh yeah, can I borrow some DVDs for over half term, because I have nothing to do. Like, any friends that I've got, they're 3 miles away, and I'm 11. I'm not going all the way over there to hang out with anyone, whatever. So yeah, I borrowed a lot of DVDs, and of the DVDs I borrowed Jeepers Creepers 1, Jeepers Creepers 2, Poltergeist, and I think The Shining. I'm fairly sure The Shining was in there.
I've never watched The Shining.
It's weird.
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers is alright. Jeepers Creepers 2 is also good. Jeepers Creepers 3 is absolute dog shit.
Okay.
Third one's terrible.
My dad had a thing, well, he built like a thing along a wall, like a wall that length.
Yep.
It was just loads of shelves for like DVDs, CDs. We had hundreds and hundreds. But like, I knew at my dad's that I was supervised enough from my dad that I was never going to hurt myself or anything bad that was going to happen.
But distant enough that you could get away with whatever.
But distant enough that I could play GTA at the age of 10 or 11 or watch films that were rated 18 or whatever and get away with it.
It's like my mum. I realised, like, relatively recently that mine and my mum's relationship is very strenuous. Like, we are related. And I love her, obviously. She's my mum, but, like, my mum's there for you when you need her. And if you don't need her, she's somewhere else.
Yeah.
She is not having an input on what you're doing. That's it.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, it was great. It was great the fact that I had the discipline of going to my mum's and her going, you're not watching this, you're not doing that, you're not doing the other, blah, blah, blah. And then the absolute freedoms at my dad's of, don't die, don't get injured, don't do anything stupid.
Yep.
But you can pretty much do what you want.
If you're not hurting, if you're not actively bleeding or hurting someone else or getting him in trouble, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah. As long as you're behaving, do whatever you want. So, yeah, I remember like my brother getting GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
And for like the first few weeks of him getting it, him playing it all the time, like, yeah, you can't play this, you can't play this, you're not allowed to play it. That lasted like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I was going around shooting people and picking up prostitutes on a game.
Yep, smart.
So yeah, it always cracks me up when people go, "Oh, these games they're infecting young people." I'm like, no, I played these games growing up.
Yep.
Like, it's not at great detriment.
Nah, it's fine. Like, yeah, so honestly, I think by the age of 10, the age of 12, it's not going to give you any lasting impact. It's your proper, actual formative years. Like, anything younger than 12, I'm going to say, yeah, probably not ideal.
Yeah.
But it might not fuck them up too bad. But, like, actually young kids, yeah, they don't need to be seeing that.
Yeah.
As soon as you are actually conscious about your surroundings, and then you get to, like, 11 or 12, and you're like, yeah, I want to be rebellious, you understand that the thing you're viewing or doing is wrong.
Yeah.
So you don't accept it as being right.
Yeah,
like, you shouldn't be watching this thing, so you don't accept what you're viewing as the norm or the standard. You're like, yeah, this is me getting away with something, so clearly the thing I'm doing is wrong. Unless you're, like, in one of those Puritan households where you're not allowed to, like, eat meat on a Friday.
Yeah. Apparently, it depends on which church you go to, whether they accept you for being gay. I mean, Roman Catholics, I don't think are very accepting of the gays. I didn't know that the Protestants were any more forgiving in regards to that. To be honest,
No idea. I don't keep track of my Christians. I don't care.
there's not enough of not enough of them about for us to keep track.
Well, there's a lot of them. I'm surprised. In a recent study, it was like only 5% of the population is atheist. Something like really low.
Really?
Worldwide, yeah.
Oh, worldwide, yeah, that's a bit different. I thought you meant just in this country.
I'm gonna say healthy probability 70% of America Christian or some denomination or some kind of religious.
Yeah.
30% I think is generous. It's probably lower than that, but somewhere around 30% is probably atheist, agnostic, something like that. India, that's just a religious country. There's very little chance you're not. There's going to be very few people who aren't.
Yeah, it's the culture.
Yeah, it's the culture. I'm fairly sure Russia is some form of Catholic. I think that's what they're doing up there. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't keep track of it, but most of your Asian countries, they are fairly strict. Like, I know China's a weird one because they have lots of small religions that are weird. A lot of cults, and if you count those as religions, then they count as well.
Yeah.
But like Italy, that'll be very heavily Catholic. Greece, similarly Christian.
Yeah.
Canada, I can see being Christian, but
yeah, it's Christian in the same way as us on Australia and New Zealand. So imagine that New Zealand, Australia, Canada and us are all Protestants.
Yeah.
So Church of England, because they're all kind of ruled by us.
Yep.
But aren't heavily religious.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we've got the person that is in charge of, like, the Church of England, like, we're not a very religious country unless you're a Muslim or a Sikh.
Yeah, no, there's a decent, like, honestly, the amount of people that would identify as Christian without actually practicing anything, it's quite high, and I think that contributes to it.
Yeah.
I think asking someone, are you religious, and then asking someone, are you practicing any religion, they're two different questions.
Yeah. I don't know, actually, because if you say to someone, are you a Muslim, 9 times, well, I don't think I've ever met anybody that's a Muslim that isn't a practicing Muslim.
Yeah, no, it's a different kind of religion.
Where I actually don't think I know very many Christians at all.
We don't interact with them. You go to work, which is, I want to say, conservatively, like 40% Muslim, I want to say, something around that. Probably more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even the non-Muslims, there's quite a few Sikhs that work at our place. Not very many Christians.
No, but
I don't know any like, the only practicing Christians that I know are, like, my mum's friends.
It's like, I know my grandma, she's not practicing, she doesn't go to church. I've never known her to go to church.
Yeah.
I know her parents were very religious, or at least her dad was. So if you asked her, she may very well still say, yeah, I'm Christian, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But I know my Auntie Michelle, she'd probably consider herself still fairly Christian. Cheryl, dunno. Andrea, probably not. My mum is a spiritualist of some sort. She used to go to church. She used to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I know one. I know one Christian. It's my old housemate's ex-girlfriend. She is actively Christian. She describes herself as such. One of my other friends, his girlfriend, she is Church of Latter-day Saints, I think. Mormon, something around the realms of the more weird Christian forms.
Yeah.
I've known a few Jewish people.
I don't think I know any Jewish.
I've known a couple, should I say. It's not a lot, it's a couple, but... She's Mormon.
I don't think I know any Christians our age.
No. I actually probably know one. I don't know him anymore, but I had a friend in high school, George, who, when we were growing up in high school, he was still very Christian up until we finished high school. I bet that he would probably still consider himself.
I think to the people, like kids not kids anymore, but people my age, I know their parents will go to church every week.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know if they're still very, like, the kids are religious, but I know the parents are. Like,
I don't know if my dad would consider himself Christian, because to get into the primary, like, when we moved, because we did live in Wantley Dale, we moved to Muchul, nice little village, one of anything in the shop. Like, there's a shop, there's a pub, there's a takeaway, there's a school, there's a church. To get into that school, I had to go to church the summer before going there, and had to continue going to church up until I finished.
Yeah.
I hated it. I genuinely hate it, but I know my dad would go. My mum, my dad, me'd go. I don't know if my dad would consider himself religious or not. I haven't asked him. I've never really thought about it.
I've never really asked my mum. I know my dad's not. Neither me and my brothers. My mum's mum and dad, they would consider themselves Christians but don't go to church.
Yeah.
So I know that my grandpa's a Catholic and my nan's a Protestant.
Oh dear.
So yeah, that didn't go down well with my nana's mum and dad. Well, especially her dad. One of those of, you're not seeing him as a fucking Catholic. My dad's mum is, but my dad's dad wasn't religious at all.
Yeah.
But like both my older brothers went to a Church of England school. I didn't get in. I was baptised and confirmed and did the whole church thing up until I was about 10 or 11.
I never did the wine thing because I forgot to take the letter home.
The wine thing?
Yeah, you know, it must have been year 5 or 6. All the kids got given a letter saying, oh, there's going to be I think it was like confirmation club or something, but you would go to church after school on a Thursday and they would teach you like about communion and all that bullshit.
Oh, so
and then when it came to while you were at church on a Sunday, you could also go up and drink the wine and have the cracker. I just forgot to give the letter to my mum and dad, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's Catholics. That's the Catholics. That.
Is it? I thought that was just most of them.
The Catholics.
They're just Catholic.
Yeah, Protestants don't do that.
But it was a Church of England school that I went to.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought that was just a Catholic thing.
No, I'm sure. Becca will know. Yeah, I know what communion is, Becca. Jeez.
You could just hear her upstairs laughing. Yeah.
Wine and crackers and cheeses and grapes. A picnic.
A picnic, a basket. Yeah, I can't even remember. We did like the part of the quiz, family quiz on Sunday. My dad did a whole round on the Old Testament.
That's the fun testament. That's where shit was good. That's where the fun stuff happened.
And he only did that because my grandma is Church of England and my Uncle Alan is a Catholic. Like, I didn't realise until recently, if you're a Protestant, you don't really have to go to church. You should, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Catholics, if you don't go to church on a Sunday and you die between then and the Sunday after, you're going to hell.
Can you do me a favour? There is a plug down there with a silver cable. Can you plug the silver cable in if it is not plugged in?
I can. You need charging up.
Yeah, I need charging up. My phone's on its way out.
There you go, pal. Oh.
Cheers.
My fucking legs are fucked.
Your fucking legs are fucked. What about your walking legs?
Yeah, they're fucked as well. I don't like playing football.
Yeah, you do. You enjoy it while you do it, and then you regret it afterwards. It's fine.
If I was fit enough to play it properly, I'd enjoy playing it.
It's fine. You had a good time. You'll do it again. You'll forget how much it hurt.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I think I'd rather get into boxing.
Yeah, boxing. It's the one that I was interested in, just because it seems almost like mathematical in.
A lot more calculated. There's a lot less that can go wrong.
Yeah, because there's wind up to attacks, and then you see something coming at you, you're like, okay, there is factually a best way to defend against this. You block or you dodge. Like, those are your two options. There's options within those, but you block or you dodge. That's it.
Well, I appreciate like the UFC and mixed martial arts, and you know how they do it and all that sort of stuff. But I've never ever wanted to do it because I think that's too much. It's too much to think about at once.
The only time I ever have is like, have you've seen the film Here Come the Boom with Kevin James?
Yeah,
that's a really good film.
It is.
It's a really, really good film. It's one of my favourites. It's honestly, it's in my top 5. I love
Great
that film.
But he's also done a TV program about like NASCAR.
Yeah, I've watched, I want to say like 5 episodes of it.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it's easy watching.
Yep, it's King of Queens, which is another thing that we was in that was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched that. That was good.
Yeah, the only time I've ever wanted to get into UFC or cage fighting is because I've wanted to make money off of it. That's been it. I was like, yeah, just put me in a cage, beat the shit out of me, and maybe I'll win and I'll get some money out of it. I'm poor.
Yeah.
Give me money.
Give me money. Give me money.
Yeah.
More money, more problems.
Yeah. So, Keith, have you ever heard of a series of films called Lord of the Rings?
Funnily enough, I have. I don't know if you realised, but we touched upon it before.
We did, and then we changed subjects. Because
quickly.
You didn't lock it down. You didn't.
No, I didn't.
You didn't bring up the fact that this is the topic.
No, I didn't. I'm very bad at that because I briefly talk about it and then we go madly off topic. Whenever
I bring up my topic, I say, "Here's my topic for the week."
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but when we started with football. I had a lot to say about football.
We did.
Because I watch it a lot.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings, I like it, I enjoy it. I don't know a lot about it.
Sure, can we change the name of the podcast to Bottom of the Barrel?
Yeah.
Because we're fucking scraping it. We've gone through it. We're scraping the dirt.
We really are.
Yep. It's fine. I'm just gonna get new interests now, so I have something to talk about.
I think I need to do the same thing, but I can't find anything else that I go, oh, maybe I should take an interest in that. Yeah. So
Lord of the Rings, Frodo, and that. Yeah.
Frodo, definitely the worst part of the whole series.
I won't say the worst part.
Oh, his part.
I mean, I can't name a worse one, but I think all of it's kind of on par, apart from Sam, who's great.
Yeah, Sam's great. Everybody loves Sam. But it's now got to the point where I watch Lord of the Rings, the second and the third one, I skip his bits because they just fucking bore me. It's all about the swordy, stabby stab. For me.
I want to say I like Lord of the Rings, but I can't tell you a single bit that I like. I just experience it, and I don't hate the experience of watching it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you why I like it. It's just it's fine.
Like, I've listened to the Hobbit film. I've read the Hobbit book. That's the only one that I've read.
Very sorry, I'm gonna leave you to talk at the camera for a minute while I go for a piss. I'll be 2 minutes.
Oh Jesus Christ! What am I going to say? Right, people. I'm going to read the comments and comment on the comments. I imagine that I've been slandered quite a bit in these comments in this episode. To be fair, because I've said a lot of outrageous, unfactual things. Hello. At least I'm someone's favourite lad. I'm not even sure that I'm my own favourite lad at the moment. I've said a lot of outrageous things today. Some I'm not proud of, others I am. But yeah, Lord of the Rings. Great films. Watch them all. All the comments is hello. 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 So yeah, I don't really have much to say about Lord of the Rings, except I like them, I watch them. I seem to watch them every couple of years. I don't know why. It's like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter. I'm happy. Very happy. As long as they're on, I'll sit and watch them. I don't know, just general shite. Like the last 10 comments have just been, hello, hi Keith, hello.
They're saying hello.
They're saying hello. It's great. It's like I'm almost popular.
Is that the name of the podcast now?
Almost
popular.
Almost popular. I think that's not the name of the podcast. That's going to be the name of my autobiography.
Could you do us a favour and close the window? It's getting a bit nippy. And Becca will complain when she comes downstairs.
For fuck's sake! The fuck is this podcast?
It's me telling you to shut the fucking window.
Shut your face! How about that one?
Oh, your ass is on camera.
Well, it's not the first time I've had my ass on camera.
Good on you, good on you.
There we go.
Can the thing upstairs be quiet, please?
Which thing?
The Becca.
I was just about to say, which pussy do you want to be quiet?
Charlie and Frank and Becca.
Just all of them at once.
Did you never watch Trapdoor, Becca? And the thing upstairs that demanded food. We can watch some later. You'll get it. You'll understand my very funny reference.
What are you trying to say, that Becca is just like a gremlin that lives upstairs?
Yeah, Chris is the thing upstairs.
Chris is definitely not the thing upstairs. Chris is just a stray cat that is sometimes here.
Yeah.
Just comes round and says, feed me.
Feed me. Love Trapdoor. That was good. Lord of the Rings. We got to the point of you just kind of like it.
Yeah, I just kind of like it. I don't know why. I was watching a comedian the other day and they're like, yeah, Harry Potter is just Lord of the Rings without lightsabers. Because it kind of follows the same plot line.
Does Harry Potter have lightsabers?
That's what I said. It's Harry Potter is is Star Wars without the lightsabers.
You said Lord of the Rings. It's Harry Potter
you know
without
what I
lights.
meant.
I didn't. There's 3 things and you fucked up every bit of it.
Such is my life.
Right, don't get to see me anymore.
It's not the thing that I meant. You know what I meant.
Shocking.
It's been a long day. I've not stopped since 8 o'clock this morning.
Your first interaction with a human was before you got to work and now you're upset.
Yes. Forever, yes. I miss you too, Chris. I always miss Chris being here and just looking at him and thinking, do you ever eat? looking at him and thinking, I'm eating for me and you here.
Jesus, do you remember like one of the first podcasts when we took a break halfway through because we ordered Honest John's pizza?
Yeah, great times.
That's good.
Great times.
Don't even take breaks when I need a piss anymore.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm going for a piss, talk shit. I'm like, well, Lord of the Rings, right? It's a good film, watch it. Do stuff.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is fun. Made by Peter Jackson, who also made Braindead, and also did the 2005 King Kong film that wasn't very good.
Take that back.
It's not very good.
Take that back right now.
But it's not very good.
No, you're a fucking disgrace.
Like,
that is the greatest King Kong film ever made.
The original script for it was going to be a lot closer to, like, The Mummy. Because the Mummy films are really good. I've not seen the third one, but Mummy 1 and Mummy 2, really, really good. But then, like, producers changed a lot of it, and it became more, like, just King Kong, and it wasn't.
No, the 2005 King Kong was King Kong, peak King Kong.
No, I think Skull Island was peak King Kong, honestly.
No. Don't get me wrong, I like this version of the King Kong in the film. I enjoy them. Big monster does smashy smash.
Very good, yes, I like that part.
It always works well. But this King Kong just looks weird.
It's better than the other one.
No,
it is.
No, because that King Kong actually looked like a gorilla, looked like a big monkey. This one kind of looks like a slightly evolved monkey that's just really big, and it's a bit weird, and I don't like it.
Alright, we're not going to talk about this anymore because there'll be an argument. We're stopping there.
This is the podcast. We have
done.
very different opinions on most things. And Jack Black is a gem.
Yeah, that's fine.
At least we can agree on that.
The Harry Potter films aren't really that interesting. Everything surrounding the world is the interesting part.
True that.
Yeah. The events that happen within Harry Potter are not the most interesting things about Harry Potter.
That's because you've never read the books.
I don't want to.
Yeah, well, you're an uncultured swine. And I imagine that the Lord of the Rings books are probably better once you've read them. But I just can't read them because...
Yeah, it was. It's just been pointed out that we did have Juxtapals written on there. Yeah, we did have Juxtapals written on top of the thingy, but it's gone now.
Well done.
I don't know where it's gone.
Neither do I.
Oh. Are you it? No, you're nothing.
How is it taking...
I don't think it's been there for ages. I must have deleted it off of the thingy.
I don't think it was there last time.
No, it wasn't.
You redid it last time, before we redid it on Sunday.
Apparently the YouTube channel is spelt wrong.
No, it's not.
Juxtapals, apparently.
You're lying to me.
You're missing the T, Keith, and that's a you problem, not a me problem. You control the YouTube, I control the this end. Oh, you knobhead.
That's going to annoy me now. That is genuinely going to annoy me. Because what's the most annoying part about that is all the podcasts that I've uploaded is spelt right, just not the name of the fucking channel.
Oh, Jesus. I haven't been on the YouTube channel. It's not my fault. I just trusted that you'd done it right.
You trusted a dyslexic to spell properly.
Thought you copy and paste it like I do.
So did I.
Oh,
no.
Did you capitalise the P at least?
I don't think so. It's been a long day. I'm going to go home and cry myself to sleep.
Good. You deserve to.
I do.
Alright, so just to wrap up, I guess Lord of the Rings is alright then.
I don't know anymore. My life's a lie. I'm so annoyed with myself. I'm actually annoyed with myself.
Oh.
Have I never noticed that?
Because you're dyslexic, you fucking idiot.
But I must have looked at it hundreds of times. I'm fucking sorting that out now. Do you know what's the most annoying part about that? Is the fact that, like, on Sunday I went, "You've not changed the bloody thing at the bottom, you idiot." And you're going, "Oh, I've not. Oh. We're just a pair of fucking idiots."
I'm going to start doing that before we do the sound test now.
You won't, though. You'll forget at some point,
But
and
I
I'll
should
feel
do.
better about me being an absolute special needs candidate of the year.
Oh. I think we're done. I think
Yeah.
we're done.
Finish it there. I'm going to...
Maybe we'll be back next on fucking another time. Jesus, we're done.
Bye, guys.
Bye.